tonight. We'll follow this. Our own Corin Hoggard is there right now, and he will have much more coming up in just a couple minutes. Governor Walz accepting the vice presidential nomination Wednesday night. Tonight, Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan is one of the speakers. She is a co-chair of the convention. And as I mentioned, Fox 9's Corin Hoggard caught up with her in Chicago today. He joins us now live. Corin, what can we expect as this convention kicks off into gear despite the protesters outside?
Yeah, Randy, I'll mention that there is a 1-mile security perimeter around the United Center here, so that is where this standoff is occurring. It's pretty far outside of here. There's a few security checkpoints before you get to the United Center, which is why we're just starting to see people filing into this arena that usually is home to the Bulls and the Blackhawks, but thousands of people here already. There's a lot of excitement on the streets of Chicago, here inside the United Center, and everywhere around this area. And the Minnesota delegation has a big part in it. We actually saw the 93 delegates from our state. They were hearing from some of the key players this morning. That includes Senator Amy Klobuchar and the Lieutenant Governor. Now, Flanagan actually will take the stage here at United Center in about an hour. She's giving tonight's welcoming remarks ahead of the main speakers. And one of her main responsibilities will be to highlight the policy wins for Minnesota Democrats, led by herself and Governor Walz. And that includes their work on providing free breakfast and free lunch for all school kids.
As a kid who grew up on free and reduced price lunch and was that kid with the different colored lunch ticket, to remove that stigma from the lunch line and just let kids be kids is so meaningful. I've been able to serve both breakfast and lunch with Governor Walz, and just watching these smiles come through the line, and the only question is usually like, do you want chicken or pizza, right?
Of course, the main speaker tonight will be President Joe Biden, who stepped aside from the campaign 29 days ago. That paved the way for Vice President Kamala Harris to take the reins. It also opened the door for Governor Walz to become the vice presidential nominee. Now, Governor Walz was here in Chicago today. He doesn't take the stage here until Wednesday night. Tonight, they will open it, call to order in about 15 minutes, and then get underway. Again, Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan expected to give the welcoming remarks here at 6 o'clock, and then she'll gavel the closing of the proceedings tonight after President Biden speaks. We'll get all the Minnesota stories here over the next 4 days, including a couple of the youngest delegates in this entire convention. The two youngest, both coming from Minnesota. We'll hear from them later on in the week, and we'll hear from Lieutenant Governor Flanagan later on tonight. For now, we're live in Chicago. Corin Hoggard, Fox 9.
And Corin, just a point of interest, I believe the president expected to speak sometime in that 9 o'clock hour. Is that still holding?
Yeah, that's right. He is expected to speak right around 9 o'clock. Everything kind of gets pushed a little bit later here. He'll be introduced by his wife, Jill, and his daughter, Ashley, and then he'll give those closing remarks tonight. Everybody waiting to hear what he has to say after stepping aside 29 days ago. Randy.
All right. And Corin will be in Chicago covering the DNC for us all week long. We'll bring you daily updates on Fox Local and streaming every day at 3 o'clock. And, of course, we'll carry those major speeches tonight and in the nights that follow. You can also tune in for updates during our early evening and nighttime newscasts.